Good morning. Time once again for the monthly Monday morning meeting with the mayor on First Talk. The first Monday of the month. Joining us this morning, Mayor Wright, Mayor of the City of Hickory. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Hal, it's always good to be here. Thanks to you and the good folks here at WHKY for let us communicate with the citizenry this way.
And of course, the phone lines are open: 327 WHKY, 327-9459. Always good to hear from you. We ran a promo. My boss up front tells me always get that promo on the air and let people know who are coming. And I do my dead level best. Sometimes I miss it, but I try to do that every day. Let people know we're coming. And Justin took advantage of that and maybe was unable to call in this morning, maybe listening, but sent us an email for the mayor. I said, Mr. Rowe. And this is a nice email, too. I want to thank Justin for sending this in. Got his name. It makes sense. And I want to thank him for sending it in. Mr. Rowe, I'd like to ask the mayor a question regarding the recent poll the Hickory Daily Record commissioned to their website and the resulting article, the Hickory Daily Record, published with the results. With over 70% of the responses having a negative to so-so attitude to their current circumstances here in Hickory, only 5% of those respondents were happy with their current circumstances. Mr. Mayor, what are the council's plans over the next several months to begin to address the public's attitude? Regards, Justin. We don't need to use the last name because he didn't give us permission to do that, but we will say that came from Justin.
Yeah, and I hope I don't accidentally let his name slip out. But Justin, that's a good question. I'd like to respond this way. First of all, this particular survey did not pretend to be scientific. So the actual percentages are not as important to me as the sentiments expressed. I accept the sentiments, the statistics don't work. However, we are also concerned about a recent Gallup poll that indicated the residents of our metropolitan area gave responses that in some way Gallup translated to a livability index showing Hickory the metropolitan area, 300,000 people, as the 185th most desirable out of 189. That is not good. We're not happy with it. We would say that we think if the survey had just been of Hickory residents, that the findings would have been very different, but we have absolutely no proof of that. So we just are saying to ourselves and the other municipalities and counties in this area, we need to be working on that. We need to be doing everything we can to change the answers to those questions so that we don't rank 185th out of 189. But here's what we've done. We've gotten very concerned about the projected loss of population in the metropolitan area. That is very serious. That is not something that should happen in a population base as large as ours. So we, and of course we all know about 30,000 net job losses, 20% of our job base. There may be a little bit of reversal in that. We're seeing some better unemployment numbers, but folks, a bit of improvement in the unemployment numbers does not offset 30,000 net jobs lost. That's the reason for our program called Inspiring Spaces. It's the reason that we are incorporating a strategic competitiveness study that was done by the city, the county, the chamber, Economic Development Corporation. We're incorporating the concepts there with Inspiring Spaces and vice versa. We're going to use our approach to make investments in the community. Our objective is pure and simple: jobs and population. It will not be overnight. where we are today didn't happen overnight, but it did happen pretty fast. When you look back at it was a nanosecond almost, it seems, in terms of the total history of this area and what happened to us with free trade. We're going to have to spend some money locally. We are challenging the people in Washington, the people in Raleigh, to match our funds, so to speak. We're not going there and saying, what are you doing? We're going to do to help us. We're saying, what are you going to do to partner with us? Hickory metropolitan area is hurting. 30,000 net jobs lost. Projected loss of population. Guys in Raleigh, in Hickory metropolitan area, isn't it important enough for us to put the resources in it to turn it? And in Washington, are you happy having a metropolitan area with the economic problems we're having? Are you happy having that in your district? Aren't you willing to partner with us? And industry and individuals, the general public, we want them to partner. And we're going to make investments. But I will say the investments are going to start with the city. We have to show that we will invest in order to expect these other groups to invest. But no, the days of waiting to say it will turn around, or let's wait and see what happens, I think those days have to be over, Justin. I think we've all got to look at this from a very adult perspective, not necessarily blame anybody, except if there's anybody out there willing to take blame for the free trade, okay, I'll blame them. We're not blaming any individuals, but it's time to turn this around.
We'll first talk after the break.